cookies. I've got my liquid eyeliner. I'm ready to play some damn Warlock. Shadowlands is here. It's been out for over half a week now. The average player will be hitting level 60. And you're probably wondering, what the hell do I do next if I need a short TLDR to-do list? Well, I've got you covered. The first thing we want to be doing is completing the story campaign. Now, you may have done this while leveling. I didn't. I actually leveled before it finished, so I just carried it on to the end and finished it up. After that, it sent me to sorting out my Covenant choice. So I made my Covenant choice. For those of you who follow my stream and follow my progress, I play a Warlock and I've chosen Necrolords. Now, I just want to kind of jump in here quickly before people in the comments go,
"Oh, but Nightfade is the best for Warlocks, hands down."
Covenants are going to be balanced, guys. It's just what's going to happen. Blizzard, I don't think Blizzard want to completely pigeonhole every single class and spec into a certain Covenant. And I do everything on my Warlock. I'm going to be doing PvE, I'm going to be doing PvP, I'm going to Mythic Raid, I'm going to Mythic Plus, I'm going to do Arena, I'm going to do every piece of content on my Warlock. So there is no universally good Covenant that I should stick to. I've just gone with what my favorite will be. And to be honest, I've gone for the Mog because everyone knows that the Mog adds 10% extra damage, right? Now, I've gone personally for Necrodogs because I like the aesthetic to go with my Warlock. The Flesh Shield's been really useful in both progression in just doing Mythic Zeros and PvP. It's actually been very, very useful. And I quite like the way Decimating Bolt works with Incinerate because I'm playing Destro. Anyway, enough said on that because this is a to-do list guide, not a let's choose what Covenant we're going to do. Complete your Covenant campaign. That is the next thing. You'll get the story quests to do through your Covenant. You'll unlock all the little abilities and it will take you, it's basically like a tutorial at the beginning really, to tell you what your Covenant stuff does. You can get into that yourself because it's kind of self-explanatory, but what I'm saying to do is next on the to-do list is to get to the quest which tells you need Renown 5 to continue. Now that's the same for every single Covenant. We can't get Renown 5. Renown 3 is the cap this week, which is a completely optional thing because I believe there is catch-up systems, but if you want to complete your Renown 3, that will probably be the next thing that you want to do. So you'll get the quest, you'll get Renown 2 from doing the campaign quest. It will send you to Torghast. You'll unlock all the Torghasty bits. It will give you another, again, it's like an introduction, gives you an introduction on what's going on. Come back, you get your Renown 2, and then you'll get a quest to get 1,000 anima. You're probably thinking, right, okay, how do I get anima? That's going to be my next task then if I want to get Renown 3. You can get anima from doing all of the stuff that you like to do. So if you like to do World Quest, you can do World Quest. If you like to do PvE, which is probably the best way to gear up at the moment, and probably the best way to get anima, go do the PvE stuff, the Mythic Zeros, the Heroic Dungeons, whatever takes your fancy. Or you can go through PvP route as well, which will also give you anima daily. There's so many different ways to do it. There's solo, PvP, and PvE content, that's basically what I'm saying. But everything will contribute to your anima, and you only need 1,000. It's fairly easy to get. So you'll just get it over doing the rest of the stuff we're going to do this week. So this is the most mandatory point, guys. You will get, along the way, obviously, you get the quest to go to Torghast. Now, when you unlock Torghast, you will save Bane. Now, when you save Bane, you should get an item from the last boss, I believe it was, for a key, which opens up some locked chamber. Inside that locked chamber is the Jailer's Plaything that he has chained up in a very kinky way, like he's in 50 Shades. And the guy in there gives you a quest to get some Soul Ash. Now, the Rune Carver is trying to recover his memory because it's probably been banged against the bedpost too many times. So this is kind of what we have to do. So the Soul Ash is what he needs to craft your legendaries, and then you need to find the legendary patterns to help him regain his memory to make them. This is the most mandatory thing this week, is heading into Torghast and capping your Soul Ash at 810. So 810 Soul Ash, I'm just going to say it again, 810 Soul Ash from Torghast. This is what you need to be hitting this week to not fall behind on your legendary progress throughout the entire expansion. I'm not saying it's going to have the hugest knock-on effect. If you're one of those people who are not going to worry too much about it, then fine. But it will impact you and the way that you unlock all of your legendaries and obtain your legendaries further weeks. So what I'm trying to say is get that 810 Soul Ash, and then you can kind of relax for the rest of the week if you wanted to, because everything else will let you catch up. So it doesn't really matter what point in the week that you do the Soul Ash grind. You might feel more comfortable going ahead and getting some gear first, upping your item level, and then going into Torghast, so effectively it is easier. So you can go around and you can do a Mythic World tour, you can just farm the heroics, whatever content you're doing to get gear. That's kind of like the next optional thing to do, is just get some gear ready for all the other content that's going to be released next week. Because, like I said, gearing's the main thing you do in WoW, right? So the more gear that you have, the higher content you can push, and the easier it is to obtain the weekly and daily stuff that we need to do. And lastly, there are 2 things that I recommend that you should be probably doing, or maybe even 3, because one of them kind of includes both things. First one, the Maw. The Maw has dailies available to it, and has the event that's currently going on called Wrath of the Jailer. Now, the Wrath of the Jailer has a chance to drop a 183 item level item. It's a once a week thing, it seems, because you can't repeat it daily. But first thing is, head out into the Maw, go do the Wrath of the Jailer, and then pick up what the next thing would be, grab all the daily quests, and do the daily quests. Now, if you're someone who doesn't mind doing things daily, doing the daily quests in the Maw are only going to help you further on in Torghast and getting the reputation for the Venari. Is it Venari or Venari? Venari? The guys will give you good power-ups for Torghast. The rep for them will eventually help you around in the Maw as well. I just think as that's a daily rep grind, I feel like in my heart, I feel like that's the most important rep to be grinding right now. Unless, which I'm going to go on for my second point, is you have any legendaries that you need to unlock for your class that are gated behind reputation, you want to start doing the reputation. But like I said, those were my recommended things. I'd recommend just going into the Maw and completing the dailies daily, because I believe that that's going to help you later on in Torghast, because I feel like it's going to be a lot more important just having that rep. It's one of those reps that's not tied to a faction, if that makes sense. It's tied to like the main source of thing, the Jailer and the Maw. It's tied to that, and it's just always important to get the rep up for that. But like I said, rep grinds in Shadowlands right now are completely optional. If you're someone who likes to get all of the rep done, because eventually it will lead to maybe Pathfinder or whatever, then there's no better place to start than now. Guys, that's going to wrap up my TLDR to-do list. Thank you for all the support. If you want to subscribe to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you want to pop over to my Twitch, it's twitch.tv/DanimalUK. And you can follow me on Twitter with the links in the bio too as well. I've been Danimal. This has been my to-do list. Peace! I probably shouldn't eat these cookies, guys. I put on 2 stone since COVID. I'm going to have to cut this sugar out.